Hey, so uh, really pumped for what's happening for each and every one of you on this team. Was just talking to a brand new person, and you've probably heard me say this phrase a lot, but this is the place to be. It really, really is. With Best Version Media 2024 and beyond, super exciting. It's so great to be a part of something that's growing all the time. I this morning listening to Kevin Orton on the presentation. One segment he said there was mastering the basics is just one of those things that helps with tremendous proficiency and expertise. And it made me think of martial arts. That's sort of where my mind is drawn to quite often from practicing, competing, things like that. But you can take this concept and apply it to anything that you have done. Maybe if you played sports, competitive sports, or you're into chess, which I think is technically a sport, ballet, whatever it might be, writing, anything you've done consistently or really, really dove into at a certain point in life, you find these fundamental principles for writing, the structure of a sentence, right? Having a subject and a verb, and that's English writing, other languages, there's variations, whatever it is, there are principles, there are foundational things. And the difference between, and this is where the martial arts analogy comes in, a white belt and a black belt, right? A black belt, someone who's essentially mastered some things, is not the fancy, showy stuff that looks really great or sounds cool or works once in a while. In fact, oftentimes I see beginners, specifically in jujitsu, have trouble with something, and it's a particular concept they need to grasp. And what happens is they'll go on Instagram or YouTube and they'll find this really neat, fancy thing, and it works once, and now they're like, oh, great, that's my thing, right? But they never understand, they don't figure out, at least at this point, the concept or the reason for learning the principles of working out of this foundational aspect of similarity, a parallel in our business might be phoning, for example. You know, that's like a core principle of mastering the business, the ability to sit down each day and go, okay, I know confidently. Yesterday, I prepared my prospect list, so I don't have to think about my list. These are businesses I should be calling. I am going to, for the next 30, 45 minutes, an hour, just call through the list. Some people are going to answer, some people are not going to answer, some people are going to be in a great mood, some people are a little less of a great mood, and I will, through this process, achieve the desired outcome of getting 3 S's, right? Core, fundamental, principle. And so I say that because when you talk to folks that are performing at a very high level in our business, they've already sold $250,000 this year, $500,000, whatever that might be, or last year they sold over $1 million. People that did something, they doubled their baseline, in 60 days or less of reaching baseline, all types of different, what you might consider, hey, what's something they did really well is they got very, very good through practice, through engagement. And I say practice, not like they're just sitting there all day practicing and waiting to get good, but the practice of repetition, of actually doing it, of making the calls consistently each day, of working with coaches, other folks in leadership, studying resources in back office, and plugging in the conference calls, really those things, getting our head right. We talk about that a lot. That's like the core, that's one of the core things. But through the act of doing this, without searching for fancy ways or, man, is there a way around this? But like digging into the work, become really great. And so I just, hearing that on the call this morning, I was very inspired and excited about the basics of the business: phoning, appointment, role playing, prospecting, organization. They don't necessarily get the kudos, I think, in the outside world of when you talk to entrepreneurs or people that are very successful. There's flashy new titles and ways to say things, but that is really what makes us great. And you guys know I'm always available. If you want to chat, dig into role playing, talk about concepts in the business. Maybe I know I was talking to someone about taking their business to this, the next phase, the next level of growth, and bringing on, customer service reps. So there's so many ways to advance and layer your business. Or as I think Katya Henderson's been saying a lot, she talks about both vertical and horizontal growth. It's something that's an option for a publisher. Sometimes publishers just want to be a one-person show and go as vertical as possible. Sometimes you want to build out, bring on someone to help with customer service, to help with drop-offs, things like that. All this is very possible, doable, happens regularly. But this is just my thoughts on mastering the basics. I had some other tips in closing, but this video already went long enough. So have fun with the basics. Congratulations to the sales. Shoot, I know some of the sales I've got coming in here. I don't even have the whole report. I want to spend too much. Mike Smith had a couple of sales already just in the last less than 24 hours. Congratulations, Mike Smith. Chris Monson, great sale there. Kitchen and bath, 19,384 with Google Display Pro, Facebook Pro, and a quarter page ad, really awesome, to a kitchen and bath company. Mike and Smith was to, let's see, I see Cosmetic Health, and this is just from our team, right? Really awesome stuff. Catherine Clancy, 9,400 Facebook ad. That's the other thing. I knew there was one more thing, attach rate. So April, we crushed it as a team. Our attach rate has to, again, be one of the highest in the company. So I would like to invite you to think about, what would it look like if my attach rate was 100%? What would it look like if my attach rate was 100%? What does that even mean? So one is, the higher we aim, the higher we land. That's just generally how life works, right? If we aim low, we're going to land low or even lower. So this idea of what would 100% attach rate look like is powerful for a few things. We know that customer service is infinitely better when we have a report to hand over each month. You might even slide it in the publication where the ad's at. Hey, your ad looks great. Digital impression report is in there as well. It could be the whole customer service communication. So that's fantastic. We also know a big part of the language in our appointment or presentation is that research shows that print ads do better when digital is layered over them. Simple fact, right? So it's very fact. It's not up for debate. That's just what it is. So what would it mean for our clients, even those who are already doing digital, right? That's one of the ways in terms of getting to a 100% attach rate. Someone says something like, well, hey, we're already doing something digital. It's like, hope that's going really well for you. If you want to discuss it, let me know. We can. All of our campaigns come with digital because research shows, everything shows that print ads do better with a digital ad layered on top of them. And that's what we do, is we customize your digital ad to look very similar to the print ad, just for the digital platforms, and run it right across it to the same population. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Right. Really making the other stuff that they're doing an on factor. That's one of the ways we get to 100%. But going back to the questions, what would it mean for our clients, for our personal businesses and growth, income too? I mean, that's just part of it, right? The more products a business has with you, the greater the relationship in terms of the connection, in terms of the impact for their business, and income. So pretty great stuff. All right, those are my two things. Let's keep mastering the basics, crushing the phones. Congratulations to the gift card winners in our group from PJ's contest on Monday, and excited for us to get together digitally on May 14th and also in June in Vegas. Really good stuff. So let's keep up the great work.